Hello everybody, Jordan Nelson here. Today we're going to talk about my top 5 tips on how to get those 5-star reviews for your wedding videography. Let's get started. Alright, so these top 5 tips aren't going to include the obvious, like making a really good wedding video. So we're going to go more on the things that couples really do value that aren't just the product that you're giving them. Alright, so timely responses. So you want to be quick and timely and responsive to the couple, both when they're inquiring of your services and throughout the process when they have questions, to set up meetings, just to get in contact with you. You want to be quick. Now I do want to be careful with this because I know it's just life gets busy and it's hard to respond, within a few hours or something like that. I'm the same way. I am in the camp that I don't need to respond to you whenever you want me to respond. But as far as my wedding videography goes, this is a business. If I do want those 5-star reviews, if I do want a happy customer, so when I say 5-star reviews, usually that means my customer satisfied. That's what I want. I want them to enjoy their video, but I also want them to enjoy the experience. So in order for them to enjoy the experience, I don't want to stress them out by not responding for days or weeks at a time when they have a question or they're trying to get things moving. So you want to be responding as quickly as you can. Tip number 2, listen to what they ask for, even in the details, and implement it. So if they say, hey, we really want to get a shot of our grandparents in the video, something like that, make sure you write that down, remember it, and deliver on that. Maybe they mentioned that during your initial meeting and you failed to write it down. You said, yeah, sure, we can get a shot, and then you forget, and then they notice that later on. They're like, oh, he must not have listened to what we said. He must not have cared about it. So you want to make sure if they have very specific requests that you address those and you do implement those. I've gotten feedback for listening to the couple's vision. So you want to make sure that you are listening and understanding what they want out of the video, not just what you always do. With that said, I do have a specific style in the way that I do my videos. So if they're way off base on that, at least on the front end, I can say like, I don't make those kind of videos. I don't do it in that order, whatever it might be. And maybe they won't end up going with you as a videographer because this is the way that you're doing videos, usually in the grand scheme of things. If there's specific things that they want that I could absolutely do because it fits within my plan anyways, do it. But if it's just totally different vision from what you're comfortable doing, then maybe that's just not a good match and maybe they would need to find another videographer that fits their style better. But typically they would know that from watching the wedding videos on the front end. So hopefully that would never be an issue. Tip number 3 seems pretty obvious. Be kind and friendly during the wedding day. Wedding days are a lot. They're long, there's a lot going on. The couples can get really stressed out if things aren't moving as quickly as they'd like, or they're just really tired, they haven't got much sleep. It's just a lot of people time. So you, as the videographer, need to be someone who's making the day more enjoyable for them, not more stressful. You do have a job to do. You want to make the best video that you possibly can, but you need to balance that with this is their impression of you and their wedding day. You're hanging out with them all day. Like when they have memories of their wedding day, you're probably gonna be somewhere in those memories. So you wanna make sure that you are doing whatever you can to put them at ease, to not be too overbearing with what you're trying to do, and just being very professional and kind and friendly with the couple because they're gonna remember that. Tip 4, be professional. So both in your meetings on the front end, you wanna make sure that you have everything together, that you're organized, that in the emails that you're sending, you're not just like, haha, okay, thanks, bye. Like, you want to be professional because they want to be able to take you seriously and trust you. They don't just want some Joe Schmo making their video. They're going to want someone who knows what they're doing and feels like they got a good head on their shoulders to be able to take on this for their special wedding day. So make sure that you are being professional. I think that goes a long way in them trusting you. Now, tip number 5. I know this is going to vary quite a bit between videographers and setups, but a quick video turnaround has been one of the biggest pieces of feedback that I've gotten. I know in a lot of videographers' contracts, it gives a range of how long it's gonna take for the video to get done. And if you have a multiple camera setup, it's gonna take longer for you to do the video. And if you're doing this full time, you're gonna be doing every weekend, it's just gonna be a lot. For me though, I get it done within 3 or 4 days, tops. I'm only shooting with one camera. I can sit down on the Sunday and Monday after the wedding, after work on Monday, and just crank this bad boy out. but I still want to make a quality video. I don't want to rush through it. I want to make sure I get all the details right. But when I put in my calendar that I'm going to sit down and bust out editing this thing, I'm going to make sure I'm going to do it. I'm not going to say, oh, well, I'm pretty tired, I'm not going to get it done, because I think the couples have just been really blessed by the fact that a few days after the wedding, they get to relive it because it was such a blur. So that's the last tip that might give you a little bit more of an edge on getting those 5-star reviews than if you were to wait 4 months to deliver their video. Hope those tips were helpful. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you in the next video.